Hey guys, it's Dave, aka Finance Guy, bringing you yet another 54 bucks EverQuest raid on a local install of EQ Emulator. We're continuing through Vex Thal. I just recorded TVK, and now we're at TXD. I don't know if that's actually his nickname. I don't remember calling this guy anything. I don't. Thall, Xundraux, Diabo. We'll call him TXD. TXD is relatively straightforward. I'm just going to bring up his stats real quick. It's a she here, but it's a he in the game, as are most of the bosses for whatever reason. He has about 1.5 million hit points. He doesn't hit very hard. His accuracy is not terribly high, but he is unslowable and he does flurry. So he's going to attack up to 6 times in a round. So we'll have to be ready for kind of fast hits. He also casts Fling, which is a single target hits the tank, toss up and back slightly. And so we're going to try to tank him in that corner over there because otherwise he's going to throw Dave all over the place and it's going to be annoying. It is annoying. This whole fight is annoying, but it's easy. It's a fairly easy fight. It's just, you'll see what it's going to have. It's kind of, it might be fun as a video, so we'll see. So I'm just going to show you the raid real quick if you haven't been following along. So we got tank group, off tank group, 3 caster groups, and 3 melee groups. And oh, I forgot to tell this in the last video. There's also a healer group, so forgot about that. So we're gonna basically just gonna charge in and just go at it. So we're gonna charge in. I just realized he rampages, and I should have pulled someone else. I'm gonna just come and kill this guy. Or does he not rampage? Maybe he does rampage. Get the complete heal rotation up. Alright, gonna get defensive up. Timing to 6. And we're gonna debuff. Oh. Not gonna debuff. Oh, there we go. Now we're debuffing. I changed hotbar pages by accident. Whoops. Alright, here goes that fling. So that's what it looks like. And yeah, we're just gonna try to get repositioned. And sometimes he does it like every so many seconds, and sometimes he just spams the crap out of it. And I don't personally mind when he does it once in a while, but when he starts spamming it, which he does, and he is unslowable, so it is a proc, it is an attack proc as far as I'm aware. It gets me a little seasick. Maybe not seasick, but it's annoying. So we're gonna just try to kill him as fast as possible. In fact, I'm gonna quick burn him. I didn't quick burn the past couple fights. I'm gonna quick burn him. I'm just trying to kill him as fast as possible because if I do get turned around, he tosses me across the room. It's just, you might turn around and start killing other people. Let's see like that. Oh, he summoned me back. Okay, that's good. Where'd he go? Can't even see him. There he is. So, by the way, for people who are following along with the Vex Thal videos, if you know the story of the Akevans, which is what these guys are, could you like put it in the comments or put a link in the comments to the Akevan story? I'm kind of curious like who these guys are. I tried doing some Google searching on old EverQuest lore, and I find a couple things here and there, but who are these 4-armed dudes, and who is Aten Hara, the head queen or goddess or whatever she's supposed to be? Not a dragon. Did you know Shadows of Luclin is like the first expansion in EverQuest where the dragons aren't basically the final bosses if you don't count like Kazakul and Interrock and Classic? I mean, you had Nagafin and Vox, you had Trakenon and Faradar, you had Vulak, you had Sleeper, you had, I guess that's everything. And then after this, you go to Plains of Power, you get Quarm, so that's another dragon. I mean, I know he's like an amalgam of 4 elemental gods, but he's basically a dragon. And there's just a lot of expansions with dragons. There's, it's like the founders of EverQuest had a thing for dragons, which I know the game is probably based on Dungeons and Dragons, which I think it was, but it's just a lot of dragons. I'm glad we have something different, even if they have 4 arms and they don't make a terrible amount of sense. Yeah, this fight is going a little faster than the previous fight. The previous fight was against TVK? Yeah, Kellen. Kellen, he had a lot of hit points. He had like 1.8 million, 1.9 almost. And this guy's a bit less. I'm just going to quick burn again because my quick burns most of them have 2 disciplines on them. And I'll probably switch that when I get to level 65 because I'll probably unlock more stuff I can use. And then I'll probably have like quick burns and full burns. And there's 3 things you can do. There's quick, full, and I think long. I think those are the 3. There might even be epic burns, but I think that's to use your epic weapons. And I don't really have epics on my characters. It's better for level 70 when you get level 70 epics, epic 2.0s. I was going to record the rest of the dungeon right now as I'm doing this, kind of like one video in a row after another. But probably going to stop after... Who's the next guy? Tamariel. That's the other it's I guess a DXVT, but I think most people call him Tamariel. That's what my raid leader called him. The last time I was in a guild that did this zone. And then after Tamariel's dead, what's left is Fake Atten, the 2 Blob 2s, which I'll just record one of them, and then Ssra, the AHR, and then we'll be done with Luclin. There's a couple of fights I didn't do when I've been level 60. I didn't do Tenair because I honestly clearing the whole plane for a couple hours and then fighting a boss that has maybe, I guess she has a few good items. She has like some very high mana regen items and some good weapons, but I just didn't want to get into it because it's like 2 hours to clear the zone and there's no like mass kill GM command. I guess I could aggro the whole zone and GM kill everything one at a time, but it just, I don't know. And some of the bosses are really hard. There's a boss in Plane of Growth that like dots everyone, and there's another boss that silences everyone. It's tricky to position when you're boxing, so I am going to skip Plane of Growth. And then I didn't do Evolved Burrower in Luclin, the underwater boss. He's really easy. If I did a video on him, he'd be dead in 30 seconds. I mean, like, I don't even need a tank for him. I could just charge in, and when he's slowed, it's just, it's not even like, it's just not even a fight worth worrying about. So I'm not gonna. He has a good loot, by the way. If you're doing Luclin, whether you're using a smaller raid or a full raid, Evolve Burrow does have good loot. There's some very strong items that he drops for how easy he is. I'm also not gonna do Emperor Ssra because I don't know how to do the mechanics as a boxer. You need to have half the ads mezzed and the other half off tank. Also, the bean weapons are tricky as a boxer because of how that works. And I probably won't do Ssra for the same reason because of the Bane weapons. And also his AoE dot wiped me out. I actually tried Ssra, and his dot was too much to deal with. Cursed in the basement of Ssra's Temple, I'll do him. He's a 4-part fight. The first part is clearing the Taskmasters, which I'll probably just show you guys where the Taskmasters are and the Wardens and everything that you have to kill to spawn the Glyph Serpent. And then I'll kill the Serpent, and then, Exiled and Cursed, or not Exiled, the second guy. He's a 3-part fight. He's a Taskmasters and then 3 bosses. I know that Cursed is actually really hard. He charms, and he has other nonsense he does. So what I do is I use Infusion? The AA that I used in Temple of Ishan in a few of my videos, where it maxes out all your resistances, because Curse is actually really hard to box as well, for similar reasons. He's hard to resist, his attacks are hard to resist, and when he uses them, it just, all mayhem on a boxing move. Really, it's pure mayhem. And, yeah, just easier to just use Infusion, which you're allowed to when you're a GM on your own server. You can use Infusion and then reset the AA and do it again if you want. Okay. I think at this point I've posted a couple of videos that show how I do what I do. So if you have more questions about how I do what I do, please post, and I'll make another technical video. I've had some people ask me, like, are these bots or are these boxes? I'm like, they're boxes. There's 54 clients. Like, you know, if you've seen some of the videos where I show the stack right here, see right here, these are definitely boxes. Like, these are all my characters. Like, you can make bots. You can make bots that the computer controls completely and you have no control over. But the boxes, you are in charge of writing the scripts and tweaking them and, you know, testing things and changing things. Whereas bots, they automatically get their spells, they automatically level up an AA, and they automatically pick what they're going to do, and you have no control over them. I had a 6-box bot group for a while where I was playing Dave, another Dave as a Shadow Knight, and 5 bot characters. But it actually got really hard after all because the bots are stupid. Like, the healer wasn't healing very well. The casters, the mage, like, wasn't really doing very much, just sending in the pet and, like, dotting? Do mages dot? I thought mages nuked. I know they have a dot, but yeah. So I didn't like it, so I started over on that server 6-boxing. I may one of these days, way in the future, after I've ran out of content for raiding, I may do a 6-box series I did think about going back to Classic and doing some 54-box Classic raids too, just so you guys can see playing a Sky, playing a Fear, playing a Hate, Nagafin box, that stuff. But I thought about doing a 6-box series because some people like the 6-box. It's easier, much easier. It's also more fun. You can also do it on live because IS Boxer on live, like you're probably not gonna get in trouble using it. They don't obviously they don't condone it, but they don't condemn it. Like they don't, they say don't get caught being, automating. And IS Boxer is just not really for automating. I mean, you can broadcast. My 6-box crew on live, my 4 button, the number 4 on the keyboard, tells everyone to attack. It tells the wizard to cast spells. It tells the mage to cast spells. It tells, I think the enchanter to cast spells. I think I have broadcasters that just do stuff like that. But you might also want to start your own private server in 6-box. Then you don't have to pay for subscriptions, and you could start in Classic, or you could start wherever you want, and have your own group. You could sit in Lower Gook and farm a Fallen Black Silk Sash, or go. What else is in Lower? I don't even know what's in Lower Gook anymore. The short sort of like Kesha. I don't know. What do we do for fun when we're 6-boxing? Whatever we want, right? Because it's our group. We get all the loot. Just like, why would you play a 54-box raid? Because everything is yours. You make a decision. You're gonna kill this target in the raid, and every piece of loot that drops is yours. Why wait your turn for 3 or 4 days, or 2 or 3 weeks if you only raid once a week? It's so much better this way. Oh my god! So I got completely off track. I do have ADD, and I got completely off track. The mob's dead. That's great. That's an easy fight. I don't think he killed anyone. That's yeah, good. So we're just gonna back off the corpse and tell everyone to meditate, and have Dave come over here and see what he dropped real quick. If you like what you've been seeing, like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll do more and more of this stuff over time. Like I said, I'm gonna finish off a few more bosses, and I might take a break before finishing the dungeon. But I'm gonna try to finish the dungeon today, or this before the mobs respawn. So what do we got here? Hoop of Chaos, Bow of Flames, and Shadow Pearl Earring. So we have attack on the Hoop of Chaos. That's great. Always like more attack. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, this is an earring or a ring. That's cool. I'm gonna make it. I think my characters have worse earrings. Yeah, they all have resist earrings. So how about we give it to? Let's see. Who's a good character who wants attack rating? Oh, Buddy. Buddy's a monk. Monks need attack, right? Pretty sure. Of course they do. What am I saying? Pretty sure. Of course I know that. So we're gonna give that to him. Oh wow, his attack power is so high. That's silly. He's probably because he has Avatar cast on him. Then I get the Bow of Flames. Oh, let's kill that mob real quick. Ow, ow, ow. Boom. I don't think I need the bow. I don't use bows. My 2 rangers really should be using bows at this point, but they don't. It's complicated to set up ranged. So I'm actually not going to loot that bow. I think, well, the stats are decent. Let's see. Let's say Ranger and Rogue. Who's got what? I want the hit points or the armor class. I don't really know. I'm gonna let it rot. I don't know. I don't know if it's more important, armor class or hit points. I always say armor class on anything melee like, AoE rampage or whatever. And then we're gonna do what's this guy? So we got an earring here, mostly resistances. None of the stats are terribly interesting compared to anything else in the zone that is. So I'm not even gonna say only. I'm gonna say everyone's left here. Show me everyone's left here. I'm gonna pick someone randomly. I'm picking Nico randomly. I just happen to see his name. So Nico's getting it, and you give it to him. Go over here, and go over here, go over here. Where's the corpse? Boom. And he gets it. And that's the video, guys. So like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's keep doing this. Let's show everyone that EverQuest is a fun game to play in many, many ways, and not just playing one character and having to wait for a group forever, which I personally don't like. So I play like this. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you soon.